Hi guys, it's Shell, Heart of It All Custom Creations. Welcome back to another video. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button to see future videos. I post new videos every week. So today I'm going to do a very easy office supplies, epoxy and glittering them. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm starting with this clear clipboard. I've had this for probably 3-4 years now. And I just wanted to give it a makeover. So I'm gonna glitter and epoxy the back, and I also got this stapler. I got this from Amazon, and I'm going to take off the top piece. And to do that, there's like a little clip in the front, and you kind of push up and then push out, if that makes sense. And then you just sort of unhinge it. So the first things I'm gonna do here is make sure that I set my pieces aside so that I know where they are when I go to put it back together. But I'm going to go ahead and sand down the stapler cover and the clipboard. I know this clipboard I think I got from Amazon when I did buy it, but you could really use any clipboard, not the solid wood ones, if you want to do the back and have it show through. Anyway, so after I've sanded it and cleaned it with the rubbing alcohol, I mixed up about 25 milliliters of epoxy. I went out and spray paint the stapler cover, and my spray paint was running out, so it's not the best coverage, but it's just for my office, so it doesn't matter. And I'm going to put a very thin coat of epoxy all over the top or the outside of this, and trying to be as careful as possible by that foam that's holding it. It's not going to be completely 100% possible to stay away from it, just for the simple fact that when it's spinning around, the epoxy is going to move around. Once I'm happy with that, I got my 10, 12, 13 beautiful glitter from Peachy Olive Glitters. And my craft room is got pinks and these teals and mints. So I wanted to do mint to bring out some more of that mint color. I've become extremely obsessed with the mint color lately. Actually, I've always been. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I'm putting that glitter all over, making sure to get really good coverage. And getting the sides and just like the lip of it. Although, if you don't want to do the lip of it, that's fine. I think I ended up taking some of it off when I was cleaning up the epoxy. Now I'm mixing that 10, 12, 13 into my remaining epoxy, and I'm going to mix it in there. I really wish I would have just skipped this step because I ended up pouring glitter all over it anyway because it just did not have as much coverage as I wanted. So with my gloved hand, I am going to spread this epoxy all over the back of this clipboard. And like I said, I just did not have the amount of glitter that I personally wanted, so I ended up just pouring the glitter all over it. And this glitter is so pretty. If certain shifts, it looks almost like it has a purple shift or a pink shift or a blue shift. I'm not sure. But it's mainly this mint color, and it's just gorgeous. Once I am satisfied with that coverage, I let these sit to dry for about 4 hours. Once that's done, I am going to go in with the first coat of epoxy. And I did about 30 milliliters this time, so that it would cover the glitter. I mean, the glitter is really fine anyway, but I did not want to have to add a ton of coats of epoxy to either of these. Go ahead and use my torch to pop any bubbles, and then I will let that one sit off to spin and pour the remaining epoxy onto the back of the clipboard. Use my torch to pop any bubbles on this and let this sit overnight. Once that's done, I took it off the turner and I'm cleaning up the bottom and the edges of this. And I'm just taking my craft knife and just carefully cutting it off. And of course, where the epoxy dripped down, my tumbler turner foam piece stuck in there, which was fine. I don't use that size often anyway, and so I have plenty of those, but I am cleaning up any excess epoxy that might have dripped, and then I will sand lightly this because there's a few spots where the glitter was still kind of poking up. So I only wanted to do one more coat of epoxy on this. Now, in this step, you could, if you wanted to add vinyl, you could, and then add 2 more final coats of epoxy. But I didn't want to add anything. I just wanted this beautiful glitter color. So I'm just lightly sanding on the edges, around the corners, and getting all of that sanded so that I only needed to do one more coat of epoxy. And the same thing with the clipboard. The epoxy around that dripped off to the sides came off super easy. And there was just a few little spots that needed sanded on this one. So I will use rubbing alcohol and a paper towel to clean these both up before adding my final coat of epoxy. And I did set my clipboard up on little bottles of mica powder just to keep it level and up off the desk. And after that is cured, this is all ready to clean up the finished product. So again, I'm just taking my craft knife and going around the edges, making sure that I get all that excess epoxy that I didn't want on this off. And there was a few spots where it went around to the front, no big deal, came right off. Finish cleaning up this, and then it'll be time to reassemble the stapler. That's what it's called. I almost called it a calculator. Now I'm going to show you a close-up of how I put this together. I put the spring back on that little like X on the inside that holds it. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove the two pieces, separate them, not remove it, separate them so that I can put the top back on. And you just sort of line up the holes, which I struggled with, but I found an easier way to do it. I went ahead and just placed it on there and then pushed it down and it went in. And there you see it's back together. And then here are the final products. I have my clipboard hanging up on my to-do wall. And then I have the stapler on my desk. And I absolutely love how these turned out. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a great big thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.